Hello, everybody. It is Saturday night. Even though I'm a day late, I am not a dollar short of the SmackDown review. And what's going to help me today with the SmackDown review is my Dubby energy drink. Again, if you go to dubby.gg, that's DUBBY.gg, type in the promo code SHWP10. That's Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. SHWP10. You get 10% off of some of the best energy drinks. I'm not even kidding. Some of the best energy drinks ever. The one that's in this bottle right now is the Dragon Fruit and Pink Strawberry Lemonade. So they come in packs like these. You get the sample pack, which is what I got. Get a few different flavors. And all you do, get some water, put it into this Dubby cup. And what I like to do too is just get like a bottle of water, put it in. It's recommended to do 8 to 12 ounces. You can put the whole water bottle in here if you like. Or you can take a sip, then put the bottle in. And then put this packet in, mix it up. Oh my goodness, this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. So, I'm going to be drinking this during the video. Again, it's Dubby Energy Drink. All right, over to SmackDown. Things I liked, things I didn't like on this 4th of July. One little quick note. You did see some editing. Meechin did not have a good moment. I think she fell short when she tried to go either between the ropes, over the top, and was Charlotte and Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, and missed pretty badly. So, all right, I'm telling you, this is good stuff. All right, things I like, things I didn't like. Let's start right at the top. Drew McIntyre looked like an absolute superstar out there. Has me thinking in my head, man, it would be nice if Drew McIntyre could actually win a WWE championship. I don't know if that's in the cards. But think about the stories that he advanced by his mere presence of being out there tonight. He comes out, he points out, hey, Randy Orton, you gone soft. Number one, what are you doing? You had a chance to pull the trigger on Cody. You didn't. Ever since you became this whole Mr. Nice Guy, Randy Orton, you've fallen short. Little critique, I would have loved to have hear him say, man, you fallen short in the King of the Ring tournament twice. I would have loved to hear him say that. It's just a little nitpick. But overall, comes out, stirs the pot. Does the same thing to Cody. You know, like, I just love it because he's implying that Cody is just using Randy just to butter him up, talk about like how much of a mentor he is and everything. But he had essentially repaired back. Cody struck. Cody, any chance he gets, he strikes. But again, you talk about just the mere presence of him being there. He's the one guy where the promo ability is at a top tier level, and you know the character's on point, and of course he's going to deliver in the ring. I thought him taking time off gave him an opportunity to recharge his batteries. And listen, second half of the year, Drew McIntyre is going to be a huge part of SmackDown going forward. Not sure if they're doing a draft later in the year. They probably will at some point. But as long as Drew McIntyre's on SmackDown, he's going to have a huge role in the happenings of that show. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see where Drew McIntyre falls with Cody and Randy, even post SummerSlam. I know they're going to have the Saturday Night's Main Event match, but even post SummerSlam. Can't wait to see that. Also, we have finally arrived to the Charlotte Flair Alexa Bliss tag team. WWE is very much on again, off again as far as where do we want to utilize the tag teams and things like that. But when they give a damn, it's good. And when you put stars in there, that's good. It's a perfect case of utilizing two talents that needs to be on television every week, but don't necessarily have singular feuds to put them in. So you put them together. add some juice into the tag team division, feature two superstars on TV every single week, and develop good programs for them. And I would not be surprised if Charlotte and Alexa won the tag team titles at Evolution. I actually think that would be the right call for both of them to win the tag team titles. Here's the other thing, too. I mean, yeah, at some point you could turn Alexa heel. I just don't see it happening for a long time. But this is a case where, if done right, Charlotte Flair could legitimately become a babyface. You can actually see, what's the complaint we have about Charlotte Flair for years? Lack of character development. She doesn't like to share the spotlight. It's all her all the time. Championship or bust. That's that. In theory, it is still championship or bust because they're competing for the tag team titles. But this is different. This is not a singular title. And I like the seeds that were planted by Nick Aldis, who I thought, by the way, had a strong night as a general manager, keeping everything in order. But he said, look, Charlotte had a line where she said, she doesn't like to share the spotlight. She knows what's best for her. And Alexa's like, the spotlight hasn't been on you lately. And then Nick Aldis was like, sometimes you need other people, me, to help direct you in the right position. Because again, it's one of those uncomfortable studies. It's like, the champion, this is who I've been all this time. You're telling a strong personality to change. And it's not, they don't. I think Charlotte, and the finish, very unique too, with the tapping of the head. The ref, the camera was pointed with the ref in the background, so if you notice, the ref made the motion that was a legal tag. And you saw the creative finish there, where the ref did not acknowledge Charlotte's pin. I forgot who at the moment. I think it was Piper Niven, or somebody at the ramp or at the apron, kicks them, and then Alexa comes in. It was a great finish. All right, Jacob Fatu got right to it. I love the fact that he just said his lines. He beats up Solo and then just says his lines. All gas, no brakes. Yeah. And then when Jimmy Uso comes up to him, I like how they didn't just drag out like, oh, you got to find a mystery partner. I hope you can find it. I just like how they immediately cut right to the chase. Jimmy shows up. Hey, I heard you needed a tag partner. Jacob is locked in, but then he's just like, you either go get in where you fit in. Like, what the hell does that mean? I love that he said it, but I'm like, what is he talking about? But strong night for Jacob Fatu. I think it was the right call for him to lose tonight or this week's show. Because you got to get your, Solo, add a new member. You got to get them over. Things like that. Nothing in the ring stood out to me. Maybe I need to rewatch it. Nothing really stood out. But again, in terms of character development, Jacob Fatu now in chase mode, dangerous. Well, we probably won't talk about his championship reign on the show, but it kind of came and went. But now that he's in chase mode, he's good to go. All right, quickly, things I didn't like. The SmackDown Tag Team Division. I like that they're featured. But what they're doing right now, it ain't it. It's just not it. Actually, probably between Raw and SmackDown, this is probably my least favorite storyline in all of WWE. If you lump in AEW, probably one of the worst storylines in professional wrestling right now. The SmackDown Tag Team Division, this whole, we don't want the Wyatt Six involved with the division, because such and such. But then you got teams who shouldn't be working together. Okay, let me get this straight. So, you got the Wyatt Six problem. So all the tag teams, including the champs, the Street Profits, are in the back. Oh, we got to figure out how to stop the Wyatt Six. We got to figure it out. They're beefing, they're arguing. All right, let's come together. Even though they really don't like each other. They don't F around with each other like that. But we got to come together and stop the Wyatts. Nick Aldis puts Faxum, I think that's who they are, in a match. And then they put the other teams, one of the members, as a team in an 8-man tag against the Wyatt Six. Then the match happens. Then one of the guys is looking for a tag, and Johnny Gargano leaves the ring, and then the Wyatt Six, and then they win anyway. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. I gave this tag team division props in 2024, late in the second half of 2024, because individual teams got time, and individual teams, you saw the stories developed. You saw the reemergence of DIY. You saw Motor City Machine Guns, their arrival. You saw other teams start to get in there. Now that they're in a feud like this, they're all jumbled up. Can't help but say that they all look like chumps. And it should be that way, but they do. They look like chumps. Nobody stands out. This is lazy. And then they wonder how come they're not over. Like, this is it. And like the Street Profits, I'm watching this. I'm like, man, get Montez Ford. I like Angelo Dawkins too. Get them out of this. If I don't got anything else to build, what are we doing? For me, make a decision. Don't make this a multi-man thing. Make a decision. Just do DIY versus the Wyatts. Or just do the Street Profits versus DIY. Street Profits versus Motor City Machine Guns. Just make a decision. Let's move forward. Enough. Or get the Bloodline involved. But what are we doing? Also, Trish Stratus, that announcement, boy, that fell flat. Even though the guy that got her handshake and like looked at his hand, like, yeah, I felt that, man. Good stuff, man. I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. That's my moment of the week. Man, he's like, I ain't never washed that hand ever again. But Trish. This is not a shot at Trish at all, because Trish Stratus is just this legend, GOAT, beast. Happy to have her in the ring at any point in time. Just came out of nowhere, right? They explained that both champions, Io Sky and Tiffany Stratton, both had an opportunity to name their own challengers. Io Sky made sense, because Rhea Ripley won a big-time women's match. It's very obvious that Rhea Ripley is on a hot streak right now, and it makes sense for Io Sky to challenge Rhea Ripley. That made sense. But then you go to SmackDown. Hey, so Trish Stratus was hanging out backstage. I think we should fight at Saturday's main event. What? That's the story? That's the story? It was flat, it was lazy, unoriginal, illogical, stupid, made no sense. Any other adjective that I forgot to put in, that's what it is. This didn't make any sense. I don't know. And at least to my bigger point, like, it's just like, I would say you have other challengers, but like, I don't know. That's one of those cases where I would have liked Trish, but she's a babyface, so you can't do this. I would have liked Trish to approach Tiffany first. Make a little side joke or something, and then challenge? I don't know. And then Evolution 2, look at the calendar. In Atlanta, only 2,000 tickets have been sold, and they're going to go head-to-head in Atlanta against a Beyonce concert. Yeah, think about that. Think about how that's going to work out. I don't know. Not feeling it. All right, back here with you on Raw Monday night.